Hey guys, JB Sphere Freak here, back for another Ultimate video, and today I'm going to be telling you about 8 things that you might not know about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But before we get into that, I'd massively appreciate if you would like and hit the subscribe button on this video to let me know that you're enjoying this content. Also, spoiler warning for the 7th party member of Xenoblade Chronicles. You have been warned. So, let's get started. Number 1. Ricky has height problems. Ricky is the shortest party member because he's a Nopon, just standing short at 2 feet tall. This comes in handy when needing to look cute and adorable in front of the camera, but doesn't help so much when your feet need to touch the floor. The result is that Ricky is the only party member that can't fight certain enemies in the water. Ricky will be helplessly paddling to keep his face above the water, whilst the big, tall hom-homs take care of the Heropon's problems for him. I therefore recommend to use the Heropon elsewhere when battling at the water's edge, as we can't have the true hero of this tale drowning now, can we?
Focus.
Fortunately, Ricky has a few long-range arts, such as, so he can typically bring in amphibious enemies to the shoreline to still deal damage, but he still doesn't like to get his feet wet. Number 2. You can exploit the game's mechanics to get almost infinite talent arts. Visions are one of the game's primary mechanics, and there are a few ways to delay them before they become true. The most common way is toppling the enemy, which pauses the timer from ticking down, but doesn't remove the vision tag. Dazing the enemy, however, does smash the vision tag, however the art will still occur after receiving another vision, and this allows us to exploit one final mechanic within the game: warning other party members. You see, warning a party member gives access to all of their arts and talent gauge regardless of cooldown, but you can only warn one party member per vision, and thus the exploit. If you topple an enemy, warn a party member of the vision, and then daze the enemy, once the daze wears off, a fresh vision will be available, allowing you to warn the party again. To fully use this exploit, you do require party members who can quickly build the party gauge, such as Ryan, Dunban, Shulk and Ricky, but as seen in the gameplay where I get 3 Blossom Dancers in a row, it can be manipulated efficiently, allowing for things such as 3 Sword Drives, Monado Busters or Blossom Dancers in quick succession. It's not always going to be useful, but it is something to keep in the back of your mind. Number 3. Mellie's Imperial Staff. During the events on Prison Island, Emperor Saurian Antiqua uses the Imperial Staff to open up Zanza to activate their defences. However, after his death, the staff is given to Callian, and if you speak to him before the Allied force leaves for Sword Valley as Mellie, he will have a little bit of dialogue and then give Mellie the Imperial Staff to use for the rest of the game. It's a 3-slot weapon for Mellie, which has well-rounded stats, so if you are lacking a 3-slot weapon for Mellie at this part of the game or want to have the cosmetic skin for the staff, I totally recommend picking it up. Number 4. You can reset an enemy's position to their original position. This is more niche than some of the other bits on the list, however it is extremely useful against mischievous Niberius, who resides behind the 3rd gate on Sword Valley. There is a strategy to fight the boss on the catwalk above him, so that he cannot use his Titan Stamp art, which is basically a insta-kill to the party if your name isn't Ryan or Ricky. However, if you are above him, he can never use that art, and thus the fight becomes a lot easier. The only issue is he walks past the catwalk and doesn't ever return to his original position at the back of the 3rd gate. If you save the game, however, exit to the title screen and reload the last save, the boss will have returned to his original position, allowing you to fight him from above in complete safety of that art. This can be used on any enemy that starts the game in one position and permanently relocates to another location in the map. Number 5. The Mysterious Light within Colony 9. After reaching 3-star affinity with Colony 9, you get access to the quest, A Mysterious Light, which has you looking into a light in the water which turns out to be an ether lamp which fell into the water with the rubble from the mech on attack. You have to make a decision in the following quest whether to fix the lamp or let it die out. If you choose to fix the lamp, however, you will be able to view the light at night time from the residential district. It appears as a fish in the game swimming in the water and disappears if you get anywhere near it. However, it's a nice little detail to be added into the game to make the side quest feel much more impactful. Number 6. How Fiora got her skin back in the final cutscene. In a short story released in an art book known as the Monado Archives, it's revealed exactly how Fiora became a Homs again in the final cutscene of the game. Some point between the events of the Mechonis Core and the fight with Zanza, Leonardo makes the party aware of an old high-end tier regeneration chamber which in theory would allow Fiora to regenerate her lost organs. Shulk then finds the chamber within a vision where he sees Mellie command it to open, and its location? Behind a locked door in the ether cylinder hangar. The only downside of this regeneration chamber is that she would have had to remain inside of it for 6 months. Fiora refuses, reiterating that she wants to spend her last days with Shulk, if that's what it comes to. The story follows as normal, with the party facing Zanza and Shulk creating his new world. Then presumably 6 months after this event is when the final cutscene plays, with Fiora already being regenerated in her Hom's body. There's a link in the description of this video to the full art book in English for anyone who wants to have a read. Number 7. How to get free cosmetics. A new feature with Definitive Edition is the access to fashion equipment, letting you pick which piece of equipment your party members are wearing. The game saves all cosmetics across the game across all saves. This allows us to buy any piece of equipment from any store, including the Nopon Sage. Save using a different save file and reload the original save file to have all money or crystals and the cosmetic in hand. For obvious reasons, you do not get to keep the item to equip for its stats. However, if you want to play dress up with all 7 party members without breaking the bank, this is the best way to do it. You must save after buying any cosmetic, as the game needs to process the item is saved, whether that be by the autosave or saving manually, as if the game hasn't been saved, the cosmetic will be lost. Number 8. Skydiving to the Fallen Arm. At the end of chapter 10, we see the party fall from Galahad Fortress and end on the Fallen Arm after Fiora/Maina uses her power to save the party. From this point, the party meets up on the palm of the arm and meets the Machina. Very soon afterwards, the Allied force comes through and takes over Sword Valley, preventing us from going there. However, in the small window from when all the party members have met up again and before the attack, you are able to revisit Sword Valley in Galahad Fortress. You are able to fast travel to the preparation bay and ride down the elevator to where you fought Fiora, and then go around to where the party found Exzel. However, the ground will be missing from where the fortress collapsed and fell. If you then proceed to jump off at that very specific part of the map, you will not die like normal, as the screen will fade to black and you will spawn at the silver wreckage. There is no other area in the map which does this. I even tested where Metal Face fell off after discovering the black wreckage, but the player dies like normal. This is a cool little Easter egg that is only available for around 20 minutes of gameplay during the game, which is why you probably didn't know about it. Unless you watched Sugar Conroy's playthrough 5 years ago. And that's my 8 things that you probably didn't know about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe, as well as check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/JBSphereFreakLive to see whenever I'm going to be live streaming and catch up with any of the streams. And until next time, see you soon.